Hello, Internet. It's your boy Winger785 here for some more Cemetery Mary. The last time, I forgot. I can't begin to pretend I remember what the hell happened in a way that I could explain. All I remember is we went on a date with Reggie over there to the aquarium, and it was real nice. And now we fell asleep in the cemetery, and we called them. And it was like we were like, "Hey Reggie, I'm stuck out and alone, and I can't get home because the bus is stopped. Uh, help me." And so he's come for us. Uh, or so I think. I wonder if we'll get to sleep in his bed or his couch. I say we get to sleep in his bed and he takes the couch. But that's just a hunch. Even though it was raining, he still got out of the car and held the passenger door open for me. Yep, a gentleman as ever. Let's just get back into it before I bite my tongue. I told him it was silly to do that. Hope it wasn't too late. He caught me in the middle of getting ready for bed, actually. I don't want to get rechanged. Didn't feel right to leave the pool in pajamas. Huh. No, you're good. We drove up to Reggie's apartment amidst all the rain. Because it was so late, there were hardly any cars on the road, so it made the drive a bit safer. We pulled into the parking space next to his building, and he covered me with his jacket as we ran inside. So sorry, I wasn't thinking. I should have brought an umbrella. I didn't mind. We stepped inside to the familiar buzzing of fluorescent lights. And, quite frankly, a pretty gross smell that still lingered from the last time I was here. Reggie didn't mention it though, so I wasn't going to either. I didn't want to potentially embarrass him or anything like that. Reggie led me to the stairwell and we headed upstairs. I had forgotten how high up he lived. Once we were in the hallway, Reggie began to lead me to his apartment. I tried to be quiet as we moved through the hallway, not wanting to disturb any of his neighbors. I noticed a few boxes and other junk outside one of the doors. Was someone moving? Lots of people have been moving out recently, he whispered to me. Not like I can blame them. Our landlady hasn't spoken to us in a while. I think they might take her to court soon. She's probably dead and rotting in her apartment. What the fuck? I see. Then, before I knew it, we were entering his front door. Well, here we are. I apologize for the mess. If I had the foresight that you were coming, I would have cleaned ahead of time. I looked around at his apartment. Is this what he considered a mess? Nothing even looked dusty. Thank you for having me over. It's nice to be here again. And I can get such a better look at it this time, now that I'm not sick. I suppose that's true. Oh, but don't worry about sleeping on the couch or anything. You can take my bedroom, it's right next to the kitchen. I'll sleep out here. Fucking called it! Huh? Oh no, Reg, I couldn't. You already drove out in the middle of the night to pick me up. I can't take your bed too. Nonsense, I insist. You'll have a much better sleep, I'm sure of it. Don't you have to go to work in the morning? I'd feel awful if you couldn't get a good night's sleep. Oh, don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Nothing I haven't— Oh! Oh dear, I just realized. Huh? What? Is everything okay? You don't have any pajamas to wear, do you? Huh? Oh. Don't worry about that. I can sleep just fine in this. How can I not worry? No offense. But although your outfit is quite the ensemble, I don't think it would make a very nice sleep. Why don't I go out and buy something real quick? No fucking way, bitch. It's really nice of you, but I can't accept that offer. It's so late and I doubt anywhere is even open. Oh, where there's a will, there's a way. Besides, I need to pick up some things anyways. So please, make yourself at home. Help yourself to anything in the kitchen, and don't be afraid to turn on the TV. I'll be back shortly. Before I could protest anymore, Reggie was out the door. This bastard. How dare he. Leaving me alone in his apartment. I guess all I could do now was wait for him to get back. What should I do in that time then? Look at the end table, look at the kitchen, go in the bedroom, check the bathroom, check the side room. Watch TV. I suppose checking the siren would be interesting. I noticed Reggie had a door down a small hallway in his apartment. I wonder what this room was for. Maybe an office, since all the necessities were covered? Curious, I made my way over and turned the handle. Locked. That's strange. I wonder what's inside. Might just be a utility room or something. Though I'm pretty sure those are usually in the basement. Let's look at the end table. Oh my goodness. I looked over to Reggie's end table, sat behind the couch. If found, return to Maelstrom. Maelstrom. If found, return to Maelstrom. Keep him. Oh, that's adorable. He had a stack of some books, as well as what looked like a picture with a friend. It's a cute picture. I like it. Though it is quite curious. Reggie said he's had trouble making friends, right? Although this does seem like an old picture. I wonder who this person is then. Maybe I'll ask him later. Who's Maelstrom? Let's go in the bedroom. No, I can't. Not while he's at home, at least. I just feel weird about it. Bathroom then? I didn't really have to use the bathroom just yet, but I decided to take a quick peek anyways. It's a small bathroom, a bit on the cramped side. There's a sink, a toilet, a stand-up shower, but not much else. I wonder how much rent is here. I hope it's wood, such a tiny bathroom. I mean, at this point, I think rent is free. Look in the kitchen. I decided to go look in the kitchen. I know Reggie said I could help myself, but I still felt a bit weird about it. Still though, it's hard not to be curious about what he has in here. Look in the cupboards. I should have saved. I looked in the cupboards that lined his apartment wall, and as many cupboards do, they held cups and some dry ingredients too. And also, he has a lot of cleaning products in here. I don't know how I feel about that all being so close to the food. Hey, wait. Is that the rat poison? When Reggie gets back, I should tell him he shouldn't keep stuff like this close to where he eats. Maybe he has it here to keep the rats away? I don't know. I still don't like it. Alright, let me save this real quick. Let's look in the fridge. I took a look in Reggie's fridge. There wasn't a lot. I can see that he's running low on milk too. He's a coffee drinker, right? Maybe that's one of the things he's picking up. I guess that makes me feel a little less bad about him going midnight shopping for me. For good measure, I checked in his freezer too. There's not much in there either, but there are some flowers it looks like he's preserving. Wonder what those are for. Well, that's it for the kitchen. I stepped out of the kitchen area for now. Dun 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 dun. We're just watching TV. The best thing I could probably do right now is just watch some TV and wait. I plopped myself onto this couch and turned on the TV. There was some commercials playing, so I didn't know what show was on yet. What's on at this hour anyways? Before I knew it, I heard the sound of a door unlocking, and Reggie was walking through the front door. I watched as he locked the door behind him, dropped off some plastic bags he was carrying, and shrugged off his coat. He left one bag in his room, then proceeded to put some stuff away in his kitchen. Then he came to sit beside me. So, what you watching? Oh, I don't know, nothing in particular. Well, would you like to watch something? Or would you rather just head to bed? Now that I think about it, I can't remember the last time I actually watched something on TV. Reggie passed me the TV remote and told me to put on anything I'd like. He wasn't picky. Maybe we can watch The Murder Mystery. I know Reggie likes The Murder Mystery. Let's watch The Murder Mystery. I flicked through a few channels until I found this one. It was playing a murder mystery movie. It seemed to be taking place on a train of all places. I loved Sherlock and Watson. Look at them go. It starred a detective and his young psychic. It seemed fairly interesting. Do I watch it? I have an option here. Let me see my other options first. Alright, let's go through them all. Sitcom. I flicked through a few channels until I found this one. It was like a sitcom of sorts. Actually, this feels familiar. Like I remember watching this as a little kid. But I can't say I remember any particular episode. I think I was too young to. Do I watch it? No. Game show. Acid Vats. Oh my goodness, look at the Wheel of Terror. Poor Thelma. I flicked through a few channels until I found this one. This was like a game show. I don't know why, but there's something I really like about game shows. And this one in particular looked extremely colorful and exciting. Do I watch it? Nah. Why would you watch this? Horror. Oh, why? I flicked through a few channels, yeah, horror movie. I have mixed feelings about some horror movies, but there are ones I like. Do I watch it? No. Romantic comedy. I love rom-coms. Looked like there was some sort of romantic comedy, perhaps. It seemed pretty cute just from the preview I got of it. That's terrible, unterrible. Sci-fi. It was playing some sort of science fiction show. Even though I didn't know any of the lore behind it, it still looked pretty interesting. It'd be fun to try something different. Nah. Alright, that's everything checked out. I'm gonna go with the murder mystery, although they're all freaking interesting as hell. Oh really? This is what you've chosen to watch? Do you not want to? No, nothing like that. I'm just surprised. What with all that's been happening in town and all. I felt like I felt like you might stray away from this type of content. I don't know. I'm interested. Fair enough. Besides, you like fucking murder mysteries, Reggie. Don't pretend you don't. Reggie and I sat and watched TV for a while. It was pretty nice. Although eventually I started to feel tired. I think Reggie could tell too. He yawned as I stood up off the couch, thanking him once again for letting me use his room to sleep. It's not a problem at all. I left the pajamas in the bag for you. Think they should fit. Good night, Mary. Oh, one last thing. If you need to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, I know this apartment can be a bit difficult to maneuver in the dark. There's a flashlight in my desk drawer if you need it. Just trying to shine it at me while I'm asleep on the couch. I thank Reggie once more. I wish him a good night as well. I do think it was a bit funny though. Does he not know my phone comes with its own flashlight if I need it? I was wondering that. I took a step into Reggie's room, closing the door softly behind me. I flicked on the light switch and it turned on a lamp at the other side of the room. It gave off a very faint light, making the room very dim. I'm sure it looked better in natural lighting, but right now it was a bit hard to see. Still, it looks as if Reggie didn't have much in his room at all. You could see his bed and a nightstand, and a vanity too. Was this the desk he was talking about? Other than a built-in closet, there was nothing else I could really see in there. Though I guess when you have a whole apartment to yourself, you don't need to shove all your stuff into the bedroom. I reached down and gathered the pajamas he had bought for me. They were simple, standard pajamas, but they felt really soft. I'll have to remember to pay him back for these. I got changed and left my clothes on the end of the bed. Then I crawled into his bed. It felt and smelled really clean, as if it had been recently washed. Even though I felt cozy, I still felt a bit weird and bad while sleeping in Reggie's bed. But I guess it was too late now. It's okay. I'll just have to find some way to make it up to him, the way he always does to me. I lay back down and closed my eyes. Nothing left to do but sleep. I woke up to a throbbing headache. It was like I could feel my heart beating in my head, and each beat was another surge of pain. What time was it? Peering over to the window, I could see it was still night. Ugh. All I wanted to do was go back to bed, but I definitely can't sleep with a headache as strong as this. Does Reggie have medicine? He's gotta have some kind of painkillers, right? I don't want to steal medicine from him, but I'm, I'm sure he'll understand. There's just no way I can stay like this. It feels just like all this intense pressure building in my head. I have to do something. I pulled the string on the lamp next to the bed and it lit up. Still as dim as before. I went to go reach for my phone. Huh? My phone's not here. I could have sworn I put it there before I went to bed. I got up and checked my clothing. It wasn't anywhere there either. Maybe I left it on the coffee table outside? Whatever, I can look for it in the morning. Right now I just need to be able to see. I guess it's a good thing Reggie told me about that flashlight. I walked over to the shadowy outline of the vanity and leaned down towards opening the drawers. It was still a bit hard to see what everything was, though. It had to be in here, though, right? Grab something? Just... Hey. Just grab something. I'll go for number 2. I reached in and tried to grab something. It felt wrong, like a flashlight. When I held it up to the light, I could see it wasn't that at all. It was some kind of container. I hadn't really seen one much like it before. Inside looked like strands of hair. It was hard to see against the light, but it seemed like it was a similar color to my hair. But this couldn't be my hair, right? Why does he have this? I don't know if I want to keep holding it. 2 more. I reached in and tried to grab something, fell around. Some kind of container. Hadn't really seen one much like it before, and inside was a bright pink liquid. It reminded me of stomach medicine. Was it? I unscrewed the cap and took a whiff. It definitely didn't smell like medicine. It smelled almost like maple syrup. What was this? What's it doing in here? I don't know if I want to keep holding it. Last thing's lost. It didn't feel like a flashlight at all, but I couldn't help try to grab it to make sense of it. It felt like small individual people-like pieces. Holding them to the light, I tried to get a better look at them. Yes! This is me, right? I don't understand. Why are there pictures of me in here? I don't remember any of these. This is, I mean, it's not that bad, right? I keep pictures of my friends all the time. Yeah. I put the pictures back. I was feeling it a little weird. All these things in this drawer. Why did he have these? When did he get them? My mind was running loops. But I tried to keep my composure. This was Reggie. He was always so nice to me, so nice. Oh boy. I reached in one last time. The pain in my head only increasing with each item I removed. Even though it was difficult to see, I could hardly believe my eyes. It was a plush. My plush. My favorite plush toy that was stolen right out of my room. The same day I caught that terrifying stranger. Oh god. I felt like I was about to be sick. Reginald? What is all this? What's wrong with you? Aren't you supposed to be my friend? Is the Reginald I know even a real person? I felt dizzy. I felt sick. The room felt like it was spinning. My head throbbing. I tried to stand up, collect myself. But when I caught a glance at the mirror... Oh, the eye. That's rough. I don't understand. What is this? My head. It hurts. It's like my heart is beating in my head. But no, that's not it. It's pulsing. I can't explain. This pain. It's indescribable. All of this, I need to get out of here. I changed back into my normal clothes as quietly as I could. I'm sorry, weren't you unable to find your normal clothes? I didn't want to make too much noise, and I certainly wasn't going to leave my clothes here. I keep wearing the ones he gave me. Not after... I still didn't know where my phone was. That didn't matter. As long as I could get out quickly and quietly, I wouldn't have to worry, right? When I was sure I was ready, I approached the door. I quietly turned the handle and pushed it open. It was pitch black in the apartment. I couldn't see an inch in front of my own face. The front door. It's not that far, right? If I just took my time, taking slow step after step, surely I could make it out without notice. Take a step forward, holding my breath like my life depended on it. Because it must have at this point. Step, step, step. I reached my arms in front of me, so I could feel for the door as soon as it was in front of me. Step, step, step. Is Reginald a light sleeper? Is he even on the couch like he said he would be? I can't hear him snoring, or even breathing. Step, step, stop. I felt the wood of the door, carefully, quietly. I trailed my hands to the doorknob. It's locked. Of course, you always lock your apartment at night. I unlocked it since I was on the inside. It's stuck? No, no, no. No, 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 no. Please don't do this to me. I can't stay here. I can't stay here. It's it's open. Thank goodness. Mary? He's behind me. I can feel his breath on the back of my neck. What are you doing up? Just trying to find the bathroom. Oh, Mary. That's right. I forgot to tell you. There's something about me you need to know. I can tell when you're lying. I love that. I love that a lot. I ran as fast as my legs would carry me, trying my best not to trip over any of the junk in the halls. I yelled out for help, hoping that someone would hear. I made my way to the staircase, stepping as fast as I could. It still didn't seem fast enough. I felt like I was choking on my own adrenaline. I had to catch my breath, my breathe, at least for a second. QuickTime events? Are you serious? QuickTime events? Felt a sharp pain in my head, and I can't remember anything except for that. And huh? Where am I? What happened? Oh, my head. Wait, it was Reginald. Oh, oh God. Oh no. What's happening? I want to play this out, and then we'll try to ace the QuickTime events. I tried to move, but I'm restrained. I try to yell, but my mouth is sealed shut. Perhaps it's better if I don't yell. I might let him know that I'm awake. But what am I supposed to do? I have to get out of here. I hear footsteps near the door. Ah, you're awake. Thought you might be waking up around now. Good morning, sunshine. How you doing? You had quite a night, haven't you? You must be so exhausted. Alright, look, save. My goodness. Alright, that's... Let's do this again. Speed through this. Let's see how far in QuickTime events we can get. What the? What is it? What is that? What the? Sorry. Hi, Reggie. You're finally trying to kill me? I love you. I just grabbed the first item I could find. It wouldn't have been that bad, I promise. I kept running. No more time for breaks. I had to get away. Did anyone hear my calls for help? Did any of them even care? I hoped that at least someone called the police and that they were on the way. God, I couldn't run fast enough. I pushed open the heavy front doors, hoping that once I was out, I could lose him somewhere in the streets. But I scrambled to get out of his grip. Punching him in the face caused him to drop me, and I heard his glasses fly off onto the sidewalk as I continued to run. I tried yelling out for help again, but my voice, it felt like it was lost. The more I tried to force the words out of me, the more my body felt incapable of doing so. It was like I was in a dream. Even though I kept trying to run, it felt difficult all of a sudden, like wading through waves. Each step felt like it was going to drag me down. I began to slow to a walk, but I couldn't stop moving. I couldn't stop. I had to keep going, just one foot in front of the other. As long as I don't stop, my walking began to slow. I toppled over, but I still kept moving. On my hands and knees, I kept trying to get away. I could hear him walking up behind me, step by step, at a leisurely pace, taking his time. He wasn't in any rush. Didn't have to worry. Darling, that's no way to get anywhere. He sounded so smug about it. Aren't you tired of trying to run away? Come here. I felt him grab me by the waist and lift me into the air as if I weighed nothing at all. Suddenly he was carrying me. I need a screenshot of this. I want a screenshot of this. Look at this. I love this. No, isn't that better? Don't you feel better now that you're resting? You don't have to worry anymore, darling. Why not close your eyes? You'll feel even better then. I'm sure of it. I didn't want to. I didn't want to sleep. I didn't want to be with him. But I had no choice. I could feel myself slipping out of consciousness. Please, somebody, come help me. Yeah, alright, now we wake up. Well, that was fun. I like that. I'm glad we got to do that. What is this? I couldn't see anything. My mouth taped shut. Alright. I suppose you can't say much like that, can you? Look at them, so shy and coy. I take that tape off of you if you promise not to yell, but, that's never worked for me in the past, has it? But I mean, you and we got such a connection. I'm sure I can decipher what it is you're trying to tell me. No? That sounds silly, doesn't it? It makes me sound like I'm crazy. But it doesn't change the fact that I can understand you. So go on. Tell me what it is you want to say. How long have you been following me? Are you behind the inscriptions? What are you going to do with me? What are you going to do with me? What am I going to do? Oh, darling, don't be so scared. I'm not going to hurt you. I mean, not after that incident on the stairwell. But no. This is a good thing. A great thing, actually. Though I understand that you can't see that. But you will, soon. Then maybe you can begin to understand. You know, Mary, this is really nice. Being able to really talk to you. Isn't that so nice? It feels so natural. So freeing. But you can't see it that way, can you? That's so sad. And after all I've done, to me, that's before you right now. You don't even know him. I must look like a completely different person in your eyes. That is tragic, truly. You, you don't know me. You never ever know me. And the real me is someone you wish you don't. How much longer am I going to keep doing this? I hope this is the end, but despite it making me so miserable, there's something about it that I love too. Maybe it's just because you're part of it all, you know? No matter how many times it happens, at least you're always something to look forward to. Ah, what am I saying? You. You can't even understand a bit of that, can you? I can. Huh? Even like this, you got a sense of humor? That's just darling. Or maybe that's just you. You're... Well, to keep it short, let's just say that I adore you. Say, Mary. Um... Well... I... I'm just curious. How much do you know about me? Or perhaps it's more appropriate to say, how much do you think you know about me? I think I know enough. Yes, I suppose it would seem that way. That's so cute in a way, that you think you know me so well. You must have felt so close to me, right? That thought alone makes me happy. You know, Mary, despite what you may be thinking of me now, I did so much to try and make you happy. You love funerals so much, so I tried to provide you with as many as I could. It's as you said, there is something wonderful in the process, and I couldn't agree more. Now, don't give me that look. It was all for you. Ah, but of course, you don't appreciate it, do you? I mean, it's not as if you ever do. I try so hard, and for what? You're never satisfied. If it never works, then maybe. It's time for a change. And I should start trying something else instead. I'm so sorry. I'm scaring you again, aren't I? I don't mean to ramble. It's just, I don't get many opportunities to really talk to you like this. So I tend to take advantage of times like these. But that's stressing you, isn't it? I'll stop now. You should get some rest after all. As I said, you must be so exhausted. And you probably appreciate having that energy later. We've got a big day ahead of us. Enjoy your last morning here, even if you must enjoy the sleep. Well, I think I've said enough. Once again, I apologize. I didn't mean to ramble so long. I'm just going to finish setting up everything. It won't take too long, so don't go anywhere. Oh boy. I felt tears begin to roll down my face. This can't be it. This can't be it. There's gotta be something else. Some way out of here. I can't just... Something, please. Anything. Please help me. I just need to get out of here. This can't be how it ends for me. Please. Please help me. Well, since you asked so nicely. Huh? What? Wait, what happened? What? I'm free? Well, not free, but I shouldn't think about it right now. I have to focus on getting out of here. Okay, be calm about this. What's the first step? Grab the rope. There's nothing I... Fine, if you need to be like that. Pull the damn tape off. If it hurts, I scream, Reggie will be alerted right away. That's the last thing I want to happen. I'll just have to leave it on for now. Window. I stepped towards the window and looked out. It was still dark outside. I had hoped that, since this was an apartment, there might be a fire escape on the window I could use to get down. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything of the sort attached to this window. But it looked as if that was my only shot at getting out of here. But how? Check the wardrobe. I stepped carefully over to the wardrobe in the room. I tried to be light on my feet. I didn't want Reggie to know I was walking around. Thankfully, the wardrobe wasn't locked. I tried to prevent it from creaking it as I opened up. Yes! There's more rope in here! This should hopefully be enough to get me to the bottom. Even though things are looking up right now, I started to hear Reggie's footsteps stomp outside. I have to get out of here before he gets back. Hurriedly, I tied one end of the rope to the exposed pipe. I had hoped it would be sturdy enough to hold my weight and that the knot I tied would be secure enough to not fall apart. I tossed the other end out the window. The rope seemed close enough to the ground for me to get out safely enough. Well, here goes nothing! Ow. It's a good thing that my mouth was still covered. Rope burn. Ah, that's unfortunate. I did not expect to slide down so fast on such a rough rope. I felt it tear through my skin like scissors on wrapping paper. It's fine. I just have to be more careful going down the rest of the way. I made it to the bottom somehow. Aside from the raw and slightly bloody skin on my hands, I was safe. I was safe! I had to keep it that way. Oh, that poor bloody hand is splashing around. I ran out to the alley I had escaped into and into the street. Once I was out, I noticed the sun, finally starting to rise in the sky. Hearing him say earlier that we had a big day ahead of us. It made me wonder if that was his alarm to come back to get me. I wonder if he knows I'm gone by now. The further I got down the sidewalk, the more people I began to see lining the streets. People getting ready to leave for work. Sanitation workers starting on their routes. It made me feel safer. I began to remove the tape from my mouth. I just ripped it all off at once. I tried to keep from letting off tears for all the pain. I tossed it out into a street trash can and then, maybe I should have contacted help first, but I was so tired. I just wanted to go home. I kept my hands hidden and folded the entire time I got into the bus. I didn't want anyone to see and start asking me about it. I'd take care of it once I got home. Boom. I couldn't get there soon enough. The ride back to the stop felt like forever. And on top of that, I still had to walk to the cabin. Even though my hands felt like they were on fire, I felt a strange sense of calmness as the leaves and grass and sticks of the forest floor crunched under my feet. Like nothing could hurt me here, even though I knew that wasn't true. Before I knew it, the cabin was in my sight again. Is that Croven outside smoking on the porch? I thought he went out last night. Whatever, it doesn't matter now. Croven called out. My voice still felt a little weak, but I think it was just because of how exhausted I was. Croven! He picked his head up to look at me, and ran over when he did. Seeing his expression, I couldn't help but start to cry. I had let a few tears escape here and there, but now, finally feeling complete safety, I guess I couldn't help but just let it all out. I tried to explain to him what had happened as best I could, though I feel my thoughts were scrambled, and probably didn't make much sense altogether. I tried to tell him about Reggie, about how I thought he was my friend and that I trusted him, how I found things that belonged to me in his room and how he tied me up, how my hands got all scarred up from my escape, and that it was my only way out. He listened to all of it without saying a word, just saw a look of bewilderment on his face. When I was finished is when he finally spoke. Hey, hold on for a second. I watched him swing around the back of the house, and heard the clang and noise of a few objects. Then he walks back out front to meet me. Hey Mary, where did you say this friend of yours lives? Groban, no, you fucking asshole, I love you. I just want to talk. I stopped Crowan from doing anything heinous. I begged him that, even though the police aren't always the best option, to please call them in this scenario. He agreed to do so. Perhaps I shouldn't have been there during the police investigation, but I felt like I had to be. Besides, I needed to be able to show them where he was keeping me. But wouldn't you know, it was the strangest thing, because it was as if Reginald had completely disappeared. It wasn't just as if he was gone, but everything surrounding him was gone too. His car, sure, but all his personal belongings as well. The books he had, pictures he had, everything in the vanity. And not even just that. All his cabinets were empty, as well as his fridge. No clothes in the closets. It was as if this was an apartment up for sale. I overheard one of the officers' walkie-talkies. Supposedly the little workshop he ran was empty too. What could this be? It had only been a little over an hour since all this happened. There's no way that's enough time to pack up everything and just leave without a trace. Mm-hmm. In the midst of the investigation, I noticed an envelope, clearly left on the floor. All of the officers seemed to stop around it as if they couldn't see it, but it was in plain sight. I picked it up. What is it? It's been a few weeks since then. What? Terrible. Things are back to the way they were before I met him. I don't see any crazy symbols anymore, or get weird bouts of pain and dizziness as a result. That intense pressure I used to feel. It's like a far-off dream now. Reginald is gone. He's simply gone. Nothing that belonged to him is here anymore. No one saw him leave, and some of his neighbors don't even seem to remember him. Like they had no idea that they had that neighbor. despite him claiming to have lived there so many years. It almost felt like he never existed at all. Like, what troop is kind of nuts, but I love this too much and stuff. But I knew that's not true. Reginald was definitely here, as and was as real as anybody else. In other better news, the rate of deaths in town has sharply decreased, and no one spreads rumors of a crazy killer anymore. I'm happy about that. I haven't received any messages from the mysterious number though. Every time I send something out, I never get a reply anymore. It's like all the people I knew are disappearing, just like mom and dad. I said everything that belonged to Reginald disappeared, but that's not true. Not everything did. The envelope left on the floor of his apartment, it contained a note addressed to me. Mary, I must have given you quite a fright. You looked so scared of me. I wish I could say I wasn't used to seeing that face. I understand that none of this is going to make any sense to you. It hardly makes sense to me. But I hope you can believe me when I say that what I did, it was only because I truly cared about you so, so much. And I know that even if you were able to see my reasoning, you wouldn't agree. And that's because you're such a good person. But I am not. However, that's never stopped you from being my friend before. So the next time we meet, I hope we'll continue to stay that way. Yours forever, Reginald. There, Reginald. Oh boy. You're right. I don't understand why you did what you did. And I guess I'll never know now. But even knowing the truth about you, I wish I could say it was easy to say goodbye. It isn't. Not even a little bit. It just feels like I lost a friend. And it's miserable. I wish I could understand why you did all that. But I just can't. So I hope the next time we meet, you'll explain it to me. I got the good end? But that's not the true end. I'll be waiting for your meal. Hmm? No, that's not quite right. That shouldn't be the conclusion that you came to. I mean, not after all that stuff you did. Maybe this end is enough to satisfy you, but it's not really how it's supposed to happen. So that brings us to a question. Do you want to see how this is really supposed to end? Yes, I thought so. But in order to see how this really should have finished, we're gonna have to go back. Let's rewind a little bit, shall we? How far back are we going? Hmm? Oh wait, the bus! There's the bus. I was concerned. It wound us back to where she woke up in the cemetery. Why is the bus here? I guess we didn't stay as late as we thought we did. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna end this here. It's a bit early, but fuck it. We got the good end, and there's more. This wasn't available. This didn't happen. If it was all the same, it would have cut with the skip. I can't wait to see what we got here. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.